head and be happy.
I see what you're doing.
So this is a four-way tie-in, and next club meeting before before Chris Baker comes on, we're going to do a workshop on all the different ways to tie a tree in. We're going to talk about it.
Starting at 6 o'clock.
Starting at 6 o'clock, because Chris comes on at 7. So this is a four-way tie-in, and this is Kathy Shaner. Kathy Shaner is the curator of the Bonsai Museum in Oakland, California. And she's come up with, this is where I learned this technique from. This is a grid of chopsticks that are basically going to hold all those fine roots in place. So if you let that tree go and wiggle it a touch, though the tree moves, when this is solid, this is going to pull this down, and that's going to secure, that's going to hold this tree in the pot.
Would you wire them additionally between the points and the corners?
No, because when you see the tie down, you'll see how it holds it down. So what I'd like you to do, John, is move to hold the chopsticks down for me. And put this hand here, right here, and then hold this hand over here. So I have 4 wires coming up through the bottom of the pot, and I have a 5th wire, because with a 4-way tie-in, you need 5 wires, and you'll be able to watch this as I tie this. So my first wire, and next month you'll get a drawing of all these ways of how to do this.
It's endless.
But I'm taking the first wire and I'm pulling it tight and I'm tying it to the second wire. And then wire cutter. Thought I had it in there, but maybe I didn't. That's right. So I'm going to cut the short wire. And I tend generally to use pretty small wire to tie in. He always yells at me for the size wire I use, and I just do. In my head, I have it that the fine wire is going to be easier on the roots. It's totally crazy. It's not based on any fact. So I'm getting all of that slack out, which was underneath the pot.
Pull up and turn, pull up and
Pull
turn.
up and turn. Now, right now, you see how these wires are in a V?
Yeah.
That means they're twisting together. If I move my hand over to here, I'm going to wrap this wire around this wire, and this wire is going to break. So I'm out on a V, and I'm turning this like this. And in this 4-way tie-in, see, you see how much slack I have in there yet? I didn't tighten that as well as I should have, so that's like a screw up. Sorry.
No. It's like a screw up. It's not a screw up. It's just like one.
What's a screw up?
Just to show you what a screw up is.
No, but you didn't kill anything.
I didn't kill anything yet, yeah. So now,
Want an orchid to kill?
you're going to let go for a second. I'm going to rotate. You're going to hold them again. I'm going to take this wire. I'm going to bring that wire to this wire. Now they're both equal, so it doesn't really matter which one I cut. So basically, all I'm doing is holding this grid of chopsticks down tight around the roots. By this time, John, you could probably let go.
Looks like a bizarre tic-tac-toe.
Yeah, pretty cool. The top dressing is a mixture of New Zealand sphagnum moss, the same stuff Leo's talking about with the orchids. It's 50% that, 50% regular moss. So I take it, I grind it over the soil sifter. So I'll grind it all down, equal sizes, mix it 50-50, and that's the top dressing. And then once it establishes, that's what it turns into.
So now I have my 5th wire
Oh, it will. And the
that I'll
healthier your soil
use to
gets,
make my last.
the more robust your
I'll do it in the center.
mosses will be on the top. It also helps. that
This
it
is
doesn't
my
make
last
cavity.
wire,
Keep
so
that
now I can cut both off. And this is where this V is really critical. You have to have, can you see what I mean by a V? I'm kind of holding that wire into a V and pulling so that when I wrap them together, they literally are twisting and not one going over the other.
That's what that's doing.
It's in pretty tight, nice and tight.
It's not, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Go ahead, show off. Lift it up by the trunk.
No, I'm not going to do that. That would not work. Now, just like Brian did, he inoculated the soil and, oh no, that's emergency chocolate.
Chocolate?
This is Dr. Earth Life. Again, it's not used as a fertilizer. This is what I'm trying this year. I'm putting it under the top level. What Brian and I have been noticing is it kind of creates this black kind of sludge that happens at the top. So I'm just trying to see what it would be like if I bury it.
Which will control how much drainage you get because it's on the top?
Will it, what, say that again?
Control the drainage, not stop the water from getting down?
This is such big particle soil that I'm not worried about drainage at all.
Now,
And
is
you
that
can
still
see.
discontinued?
Well, I think they've discontinued big bags of this. They had little bags available at Bayside Nursery. These are just containers.